So I've had a vast amount of time to analyze House Bill 4001 in its various forms, and had time to think about how does this income tax repeal and then income tax reduction impact the 90,000 people in my district that I represent. And there are people who live in my neighborhood that are hardworking people, and they deserve tax relief. Some have worked careers and have retired with financial stability, and some have retired and yet are still not financially stable. Some work currently and have good-paying jobs, and some juggle multiple jobs just to make the ends meet. And House Democrats, we have been fighting for a long time to give these working families tax relief, and can point to plans that we've previously introduced. But the problem, Mr. Speaker, that I have with your solution in House Bill 4001 is that the biggest winners are Michigan's wealthiest residents, some of whom also live in my district. According to the best data that I could find from Forbes last year, there are 12 billionaires in Michigan, and 2 of them live in my district. Now, I don't disparage them for being wealthy. They're employers, they're job creators, they contribute to Michigan's economy. I'd like to be a billionaire, but I'm not a billionaire. In fact, when I came here to work in Lansing as a legislative staffer 6 years ago, I made $35,000 a year. Under the parameters of House Bill 4001, a person in my neighborhood making $35,000 a year would see a savings of about $10 a month by year 4 of this income tax cut. A person making $35 million a year, and there are folks like that in my district, and maybe some making more than that, would see a savings of $122,500 in an income tax by year 4. It would take the person making $35,000 a year 3.5 years just to earn the amount of money in their salary to match the amount of tax savings that one of the wealthy people in my district would gain from House Bill 4001. And all for what? To put less money into fixing our roads? To share less money with our local communities for public safety or public education? That, to me, is a huge problem. I wasn't sent here to give an astronomical income tax break to billionaires and multimillionaires. The working families in my district didn't send me here to do that. The billionaires in my district didn't send me to do that. I have never heard from one of the billionaires that live in my district that they're looking for an income tax break, that somehow they can't make the ends meet without tax relief. They've never written me about it. They've never called me about it. But I do hear from the folks that are making $35,000 a year, or $40,000, or $50,000. They're looking for tax relief. So I'm voting no on House Bill 4001, and I can take the heat from the billionaires in my district that I didn't provide them an astronomical amount in tax breaks. Most likely, I won't get the heat from them because they didn't ask me for this tax break. And I suspect that's the same for those of you who represent the other 10 billionaires in the state. For those of you who don't represent billionaires, I don't know why you would vote for an astronomical tax break for the billionaires who live in my district in Oakland County. I suggest you join me in voting against this billionaire's tax break. I cannot justify to the working families in my district why they're getting so little and Michigan's top earners are getting so much out of House Bill 4001. And I don't know how anyone here can justify that either. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4001, there are 52 aye votes and 55 nay votes.
With an insufficient number of votes, the bill has not passed.